Hey everyone, I hope you've been well. So today, in light of the holidays being just around the corner, we're going to talk about getting through the holidays and surviving the holidays. The holidays tend to be a very complex time for a lot of people, mainly because we're having to hang out with people that we don't always necessarily like or agree with. It's also a time of year where we're usually remembering those who are no longer with us, and that tends to be sad, especially since the holidays have a lot to do with family and togetherness. So today we're going to talk about how to survive the holidays and get through the holidays emotionally and mentally, and how to keep your sanity by the time January 1 rolls around. So for starters, expectations tend to be a really important thing to keep in mind. During the holiday season, our culture loves to celebrate the holiday season, but one thing that can accidentally kind of get communicated during the holiday season is that things are supposed to be perfect, that things are supposed to go smoothly, and all our ducks are supposed to be in a row. But that isn't always the case. You take a bunch of people who are different and put them into the same room, or you take somebody who you don't necessarily like and have to hang out with for a few days. Things are going to happen. Things are going to go wrong. Especially for those who maybe are cooking for a lot of people, you can certainly expect something to be overcooked or something to be undercooked. And that's okay because expectations need to be realigned, usually this time of year, to kind of step back and realize and tell yourself, you know what, even though there's Norman Rockwell paintings that tell me things are supposed to be perfect, and even though there's commercials that have everybody smiling around the Christmas tree at the Thanksgiving table, things are going to be bumpy and things aren't always going to go smoothly. And so how are you doing in kind of making sure your expectations are kind of in the right place as you kind of go into this season? Next is to know that this time of year can really emphasize materialism. And materialism is really this idea that we care a lot about the tangible objects we have. How nice of furniture do we have? What kind of food are we eating? What kind of gifts are we getting? And especially if you're young, how much money you're getting maybe from grandparents and aunts and uncles. But one thing to keep in mind as you kind of go into the holiday season is that it really is a time about togetherness, and it really is a time for family, especially if you have a faith tradition. During this time of year, there's a lot of different holidays going on across many different faith traditions. And what does your faith tradition tell you and inform you about this time of year? What is it asking you to remember and keep in mind as you go through this time? It's really easy, again, with our culture to kind of be like, yeah, the holiday season is really about what I can get and how many toys I can score and how much money I can kind of maybe get from grandparents. But taking a step back and realizing, that materialism is only a part of it. The toys and the money and the objects and the niceties that we kind of get is only one part of it. And that there's another part of it that really is about togetherness and connectedness and really kind of celebrating and practicing our faith traditions, whatever that may be. Lastly is to know during this holiday season, make sure you do what you want. Make sure you do what you want. This holiday season, most holiday seasons, can usually be difficult for people because they get so wrapped up in kind of doing what they need to do for everyone else, kind of making everyone else happy, and they don't really take time to kind of step back and ask themselves, what do I want? What would I enjoy during this time? And what do I not want to do? What would I not be interested in engaging myself in and involving myself in? And that may be as extreme as, hey, I can't go over to that person's house for Thanksgiving, all the way to something simple like, hey, I need to go and give myself a little shopping spree the closer we get to Christmas, because I need to care for myself, and I've got everyone else a good gift, but haven't actually spent more than $10 on myself this holiday season. So as you kind of get ready to move into holiday season in just a couple of weeks, I really hope that you'll kind of keep these things in mind. What are your expectations as you kind of go into this season? You're kind of making sure that you're keeping yourself in check with your kind of material desires, and then lastly, making sure you care for yourself and kind of do what you want during this time. So I hope you have a great holiday season, and that you really do get a chance to kind of enjoy your loved ones, even the ones you don't necessarily get along with. And I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.